It's the weekend here at Papa's Custom Cars. We got quite a few things to do this weekend. First is going to be, if you remember, I took apart that booster pack. We're going to tackle that first. So it'll be a short video, pretty quick. So take a look at what I did, take a look at what I found, and see if you can do this too. Interested in rebuilding it. Since I've got tours, I think I've got 3 of them, to be honest with you. But I was on an auction site, an Amazon auction site. This is the old battery here, and look what I got. For $21, I got the exact same battery. So half the cost definitely makes me want to go ahead and put this back together again. So let's get to it, and let's put this bad boy back together again, shall we? Let me move my screws and everything out of the way. So we can take the old battery. That's got to go be recycled. So as I was saying, I found this battery at an auction, brand new, $21. It was an Amazon return. Whoever ordered it, it didn't need it anymore or didn't want to keep it, so it worked out better for me. So what I'm going to do is see if I can get the sticker off. Well, I'm not really going to worry about it. Let's put it that way. Let's go ahead and put this thing together and see if we can get a working booster pack. Sorry about the sniffling. It's morning. So if you remember, and if not, go back to the other video. This is where our unit sits. And we've got our plug-in, which actually sits on the back here. So first things first, we'll put that battery in place. We just have to move everything. And it just goes right in here. Oop, come here, you. And of course, you got to keep your wires from getting behind it. But yeah, you just put your battery right back into place. Again, we'll leave this on the back. We want to be careful. We don't want to hurt anything. And everything wants to fall down. So we've got our positive side and our negative side, just like before. The only other thing we have is the fuse block, which connects in here somewhere. Let's see. Yep, right here. So this is our fuse block, or yeah, a little resetting fuse. So that goes there. We can leave it out for now and just hook the power on. So the first thing we're going to do is bring the other side up. See if we can get a little bit more cable out of it. We can. That makes it easier to put together. So we just need our nuts and bolts. So on our red side, we have all this fun stuff. So I got 1, 2, and we're going to put over there. We're going to put the small ones on the opposite side. And then the back. Turn it a little bit for you so you guys can see what's going on. Sorry about the sniffling. It's sinus weather. So what we can do, we bolt in place. Down, we put our bolt. 2 inches. Remember if it's 3/8 or 7/16. It is 5/16. 1/4 inch drive sockets because we don't need to kill it to put it on. Always need one. Let's see where's the 5/16. There she is. Okay, that's a 5/16. 5/16 there. We got a small extension on there. So let's get her. Like I said, normally I wouldn't have rebuilt this one, but for a $21 battery, it basically cost me $21 for a jump pack. I need one in my truck at work because we get quite a few cars that have dead batteries, so this extra one I can always throw in my work car. Okay, that side. Let her up nice and tight, and that's good. Now we got to go to the opposite side with the negatives. Let's grab our cable. We're going to do the same thing. We'll put this on the other side of the terminal. That way you get a nice tight fit. Okay. And again, this one's going to go this way. That might give you a little bit better view. There's not really much to these chargers, so. Okay. You know, we want to spin this one a little bit this way too. Don't remember which direction it was when I put it in, so hopefully that one works. All right, now we have to hook up our fuse again. All our tools aside. Now we just want to draw our cables back through to push this back into place. They have little zip ties on the cable so that you don't go too far. So it kind of keeps them from, keeps the whole unit from messing up. Let's see. So in this particular case, we do need to spin these so that they are down. Okay, nice thing is once they're tight, then the whole thing just turns. Like so. So again, we're going to pull our cable through. Our reset button in. And last but not least, our power for our charge. Also needs to go in. Okay. This is just right back in. You can feel there's a little place for it in there. And there she goes. So last but not least, we need to put her back together again. So if you've got one of these, there's not a lot to fix in it. I mean, it's usually a dead battery. You know, these batteries are probably good for a couple of years at most. I think I've had this probably almost 10 years. I know more than 7 for sure. So when it worked okay in the beginning, but as time goes on, these batteries age. Because age, just like another battery. So we'll get to see if it was $20 well spent here in a minute. That one's tighter. And those clip there. And we can push. Needs a recharge. Not a surprise, it's been sitting for a while. So we'll throw it on the charger and then come back after it's charged up. So the way these charge up is you've got your, basically the transformers right at the back of this. So you just plug it in right there. It's got power going to it, and boom, we have a charging light. So we'll come back to it after an hour or so and we'll see where it's at, but that definitely added to it. We got a cigarette lighter plug-in for your charging of your USB stuff, and I just happened to have one of those, and voila, so we got blue shows we got power, so that's a good thing. Before that, when the battery was so dead that it wouldn't even charge up. So we'll be back to this in a little bit, see how it's going.
2 hours later.
Probably 5 or 6 hours, and we push the test button. Get my finger out of the hand out of the way, and we get a green light. So it's ready to use. So $20, and we saved a battery booster. Tomorrow we'll give it a try on one of the cars, but other than that, for $21 we rebuilt it. Granted, I got it at an auction, the battery at an auction, but who's to say you can't do the same thing if you just wait and you're patient. So with that, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.